Welcome to New Zealand Rugby, where sportsmanship, strength, and Kiwi pride come together. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss the top plays and the latest hot news from the field. The match between South Africa and Fiji at Cape Town Stadium, a thrilling, intense, and nail-biting finale. The match between South Africa and Fiji at Cape Town Stadium was filled with drama, tension, and excitement, reaching its peak in the final moments. South Africa, with their passionate lineup, emerged victorious with a narrow 24-21 win, with Shilton van Wyk being the hero of the day, scoring a spectacular hat-trick. Notably, the decisive try Van Wyk scored in the dying seconds of the match was a testament to the mental strength of the Blitzboks. Despite trailing 14-12 at halftime, South Africa remained unfazed. They maintained their game plan and showcased individual brilliance. Particularly Van Wyk, who delivered an outstanding performance. This match demonstrated that Rugby Sevens not only requires exceptional athleticism, but also demands patience and an unyielding fighting spirit. Shilton van Wyk, the hero of the Blitzboks. With his hat-trick, Shilton van Wyk displayed the class and composure that a player needs in crucial moments. Not only is he fast and powerful, but Van Wyk also exhibited a great sense of game awareness, knowing exactly when to take control and seize even the smallest opportunities to score. His decisive try in the final seconds not only secured the Blitzboks win, but also highlighted his superb form. This is particularly important in rugby, where split-second decisions can change the course of a match. Van Wyk was not just the star of the match, but also a symbol of South African rugby's potential, where players excel not only in speed and stamina, but also in tactical intelligence and decisiveness under pressure. A lesson in perseverance from South Africa. Looking at this game, what stands out most is the perseverance and resilience of the Blitzboks. Even when they were behind, they did not panic, but stayed calm and executed their game plan. Despite Fiji's aggressive attacks and multiple scoring opportunities, the home team not only held their ground, but also demonstrated solid defense and sharp counterattacks. South Africa's perseverance stemmed not only from individual performances, but also from the seamless teamwork. This reminds me that, in any sport, the combination of exceptional individual talent and team spirit is the key to success. The Blitzboks didn't just rely on Van Wyk, they also had players like Ronald Brown, who nearly scored the match-winning try, and Christie Grobelaar, who responded quickly with counterattacks after being behind. Fiji and the harsh realities of Rugby Sevens. Fiji, with their impressive performance in the first half, showed why they are always one of the top teams in Rugby Sevens. Their rapid attacks, particularly from players like Josiva Talakalo and Viwa Nduvalo, made life difficult for the Blitzboks. However, the unfortunate thing was that Fiji failed to maintain their focus and discipline throughout the match, especially in the final moments. Despite leading for most of the game, they left gaps that allowed their opponents to capitalize on critical opportunities. This game showed me that Rugby Sevens is not only a contest of physical strength and skill, but also a battle of mental resilience in the most challenging moments. Fiji let the win slip away in an instant, proving that in rugby, nothing is certain until the final whistle. Their lack of consistency in the closing minutes ultimately cost them dearly. The match between South Africa and Fiji at the Cape Town Stadium left a strong impression on me due to its intensity and tension right up until the final moments. Although South Africa was trailing in the first half, they kept their fighting spirit and composure, ultimately finishing the game with a heart-stopping 24-21 victory. Shilton van Wyk was undoubtedly the standout player, scoring a hat-trick, especially the decisive try in the final seconds, showcasing his resilience and skill in every moment. What struck me deeply about this game was the power of perseverance and team spirit. South Africa demonstrated excellent coordination, relying not just on individual brilliance like Van Wyk, but also on strong teamwork. While Fiji was strong and fast throughout the first half, they lost focus towards the end of the match, exposing gaps that their opponents capitalized on. Seven-a-side rugby is not only a test of physical endurance, but also a battle of strategy and determination. This game reminded me that in sport, it is the relentless fighting spirit that ultimately leads to victory. The combination of physical strength, intelligence, and team spirit is the key to success, and South Africa clearly proved that. Rugby and the spirit of sport. Rugby Sevens, with its fast pace and high intensity, demands players not only have physical strength, but also sharp tactical minds. The game between South Africa and Fiji was not just a sporting event, it was a lesson in sportsmanship. Players must keep their composure, even when faced with adversity, and have the calmness to seize even the smallest opportunities. The feeling of suspense as the game neared its end, only to change in a moment, is the hallmark of this sport. No game is ever out of reach, and no moment is without importance. This match reminded me that in sports, only by fighting until the end can victory be achieved, the strength of determination and grit. The result of the match between South Africa and Fiji showed the power of determination and an unwavering fighting spirit. The Blitzboks made history by defeating Fiji in a nail-biting contest and defending their title. While Fiji showed strength at various points, South Africa knew how to remain calm and seize the opportunity when the game was almost over. My takeaway is that rugby, especially rugby sevens, is not just a sport of physical strength, but also one of intelligence, teamwork, and wisdom in crucial moments. This match not only displayed the strength of the players, but also served as a lesson in never giving up and always looking for opportunities, no matter how tough the circumstances. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the New Zealand Rugby channel so you won't miss any top matches or the latest news. Catch you later.